おはようございます。私はザキ様。Coffee with Zack. Coffee with Zack English. Coffee with Zack English. Zaki.coffee. Zaki.coffee. Z-A-C-K dot coffee. C-O-F-F-E. C-O-F-F-E. What's up, everybody? This is Zack, aka Zack, aka I'm Zack, aka Super French Big Z, creator of Jelly Radio. Many more podcasts and websites, Zack.coffee. That's Z-A-C-K.C-O-F-F-E-E. This video is in English. I just made a video for the 1st of May in French, and now I have to do one in English. And obviously, many subject to talk about, but I will keep it short because it is the 1er Mai. 1er Mai is in France is the Fête du Travail. And thinking about work and what's going on in the world, I would prefer if I could work anywhere. Honestly, I just at this point in time, given that I haven't really heard much from anyone in big tech. If I was in Japan, I would love to work for Kojima Productions. For Kojima Productions, I know they will open a studio somewhere in Los Angeles or maybe in San Francisco someday. That'd be great. But I just there's places I want to work, and if I'm not hearing any positive feedback or anything like that, I would just pretty much love to work storytelling, writing. Obviously, I'm not a Maya game designer where I can design levels or things like that. But as far as storytelling, telling stories, strategizing, putting things together, what things should look like, that I can do almost very well. And anyway, I'm just repping Kojima Production because I'm very excited about the release of Death Stranding 2 next year. Death Stranding 2 in the year 2025. We are in the year 2024. We are in May. We're in the month of May, so that's 05. 7 more months will be December 12. And then a few months more later, we'll witness the release of Death Stranding 2. Now, we don't know if Death Stranding 2 comes out in quarter 1, Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4. We would prefer that it would come sooner into the year as opposed to later. So we'll have to see what happens. But Death Stranding 2, a lot is expected to come. And basically, there's something going to be very interesting about Death Stranding 2 is that the ship drawbridge is actually very interesting because the ship drawbridge has the ability to travel very long distances around the Earth. We are aware that Death Stranding 2 drawbridge has the ability to travel not just to the United States, but to elsewhere in Latin America, including Mexico, and also in the Sahara Desert, all the way in the Middle East. So how is the drawbridge able to travel such long distances? Is it traveling underground? Is it traveling via sea? Is it traveling via land? There's something special about drawbridge. And the thing is, drawbridge also has the ability, as you saw in the trailer, where originally in the first trailer, the baby BB was almost shot or killed. But then in an alternate universe, in the second trailer, BB opens his mouth. BB-28, Lou, opens his mouth, and a ship drawbridge comes out of it. So his drawbridge has the ability to shrink itself almost to the nano level and travel through the body of someone, including Sam Porter Bridges. And is that ship giving the ability to Sam Porter Bridges to communicate with him as he goes on to these missions? Now we're starting to understand the true power of Fragile. Fragile is infinitely more stronger than we think. Because Fragile, in the first game, just seems to be running around with her suit and a little umbrella. But in Fragile, inside Death Stranding 2, we see her on the operating room performing surgery. So Fragile may be a doctor or a nurse or something, works in the medical field, not just someone who has a large company that travels and distributes things with logistics and supply chain management. Fragile might be a doctor. and there's more that goes into it, and we'll have to see what happens in the months to come. But there's a lot to do. And for those of you that have played the original Death Stranding 1 Director's Cut, do not lose hope in this game. This game is still great, and you should not abandon the servers. I've noticed that a lot of people, ever since a lot of people completed the main storyline, a lot of people are leaving the servers because they're starting to say the game is just so goddamn complicated. It's a great game, and if you have trouble with the game on the normal setting, you can play it on the easier setting. There's easy, very easy, and all this and that, and you can enjoy the game. It's a great game. It's a very long story, amazing story, and you should definitely check it out. Obviously, the reason why I would really want to work at Kojima Production is obviously because of Fizzent. Fizzent is going to be on the drawing board after 2 more years into the future. So between 2025 and 2027, 2 years after Death Stranding 2 is released and announcement for Death Stranding 3 or the Death Stranding 0, which is the prequel, in 2027, Fizzent will be in full production. Fizzent will have an entire staff, including an entire Hollywood production for a movie. Now we know the movie Metal Gear Solid is coming, and then we do not know what will happen to the future games. We know that Kojima and Konami will have to go tete-a-tete and start realizing, like, hey, you're not going to give up on Metal Gear. Where's Metal Gear going? Metal Gear Solid 6 and 7. That's where it's going, 6 and 7. But for that, we're talking way into the future, and we'll have to have someone with the cojones to just get in between Konami and Kojima Production and just say, listen, guys, I mean, the fans have been loving this story for over 25, 30 years, 35 years. We need to know where it's going. We need to know what can be done. And with the level of power of the PS5, the PS5 Pro, and into the future, the PS6, imagine what these graphics can look like, the full scale. We will be able to have, so many incredible adventures. If every generation just gets better and better, if you remember what games looked like on the PS1, and on the PS2, and on the PS3, and on the PS4, and on the PS5, what can it look like on the PS6? In any case, this is just a little speech for Kojima Production, and just can't wait for Death Stranding 2 and the wonderful adventures of Sam Porter Bridges, Fragile, and obviously Die Hard Man, Dead Man, and all those guys. But I want to know what's going to happen to BB-28 Lou, because apparently, spoiler, close your ears if you haven't played Death Stranding 1. Spoiler, and Death Stranding 2, BB-28 has turned into a goddamn maniacal cyborg ninja who started to use her power to defeat, to try to attack Higgs. Higgs, who is now into the body of Amelie, which is even more disturbing, and she's dressed up as a Joker costume and makeup and all this. It's going to be one of the battles. It's going to be the toughest battle that we have seen in video game history, and this is what will happen in 2025. We look forward to it. So let's go ahead and move on to the next topic. There's a lot of other subjects I want to talk about, but just wanted to say, listen, guys, I know it's I said in my French video, but I'm going to say it in my English video. We love our women, we love our girlfriends, partners, wives, all this and that, but very important you spend time with the boys. Spend time with the boys, spend time with your guys. Very important. Do it. If you can't, for mental health, it's very important. It's a long time if you don't listen, to talk to your friend, you don't call them or whatever, a lot of bad things can happen. Some of them may sometimes disappear. You don't even know. So it's very important. So there's a thing that is called the Mind Journal. It's a journal specifically for men, and it just helps you to do a lot of great life-changing exercises, the self-discovery and all this and that, and you just become the best version of yourself. So be sure to check it out. It's called the Mind Journal. It's a great journal. I love it. I use all kinds of journal. Obviously, I have a journal. I have a therapy journal. I have my cyberpunk journal. Obviously, I have I have another journal for my coffee. I think for Blue Bottle Coffee, all this and that. But you need to check out this Mind Journal. I'll include the link into the into the into the YouTube video. Very great journal, and you be sure to check it out. But yeah, I mentioned this in my English, in my French video. I mentioned it in my English video. Very important. Wear your Apple Watch at all time. Kind of almost had like a mini heart attack the other day, and could have been very dangerous if was not wearing my Apple Watch. As you know, if you are in a situation where you get like a little heart attack and you pass out on the floor, thankfully with the power of the Apple Watch, you can the watch will immediately call 911 and the firefighters will show up and pick you up and take you to the hospital, make sure you're okay, all this and that. But just big thank you to Tim Cook for creating such a wonderful invention. And like I said, it was a really danger for me because my watch was out of battery. I was not wearing it, and if it was on the floor, if it had gotten worse, I would have probably not waken up. So that just goes to show you the importance of having your Apple Watch, keeping it charged, because if you don't, who knows what can happen. Very, 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 very dangerous. What can happen. Anyway, I'm still trying to save up for the Anicorn watch. The Anicorn watch, I really want it. My birthday's in 20 days, and I really need that watch for Death Stranding. It's going to be amazing. But $940 is just pretty much impossible to purchase, and let alone the case. And I know it's going to sell out. It's going to go. There's going to be no more left, and it just really makes me sad. But oh well. Anyway, the big subject I'm just going to talk about is because everyone is the protests throughout the country. A lot of commotion between. In French we say force de l'ordre. In English, I guess we say the law enforcement. The law enforcement on one side, and then the protesters on the other side. So everyone's protesting for Palestine. Palestine is just very important. It's a very important subject. There's a genocide in Palestine, in the Gaza and the West Bank. And the reason why no one used the word West Bank anymore is because they're fucking fed up. Because the West Bank means the West is using killing people in the Middle East as a bank. West Bank. The West Bank. That's what the goddamn expression is. So anyway, please understand that when you're protesting, you are inside America. You're not protesting in France. When you protest in France, they just throw a couple bombes lacrymogènes or little smoke bombs and all this and that. That's what they throw. Unfortunately, in America, when they have protests, they don't. The people that are in the police, like, they have a lot bigger weapons. If anything goes wrong, and if a student gets hurt or killed, it's very dangerous. Okay, we remember Kent State protests and what happened when the escalation of that. We do not want a repeat of that. Absolutely not. We cannot afford a repeat of that. Absolutely not. So what do we need? We need both sides to stand down, and calm down. And we need to talk to our representative, whether it's your local representative, your congressman, my congressman in the Stanislaus County is unfortunately a GOP, so it's hard to trust him because he might be a MAGA cult. So I have to go a little bit out of town. I have to go to San Joaquin County, where Josh Harder, Democrat congressman, I can ask for his help. Just have to go outside the voisinage. I have to go a little bit further out of town to talk to him. And then you have your senators, Alex Padilla, and Butler is the other senator of California. You want to vent out a little bit more. You talk to your governor, Gavin Newsom, that's your governor. You want to vent out a little bit more. You talk to, send a letter to who is your president? Joe Biden. Your vice president, Kamala Harris. You talk to your preferred senator, Senator Bernie Sanders. You send letters to the squad, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, and everyone that she works with, the three other one, including Rashida Tlaib. You write to them. You take a pen. And you write to them. That's the pen is mightier than the sword. It really is. Sometimes you just have to write something, send a letter, and tell them how you feel. Do you do you see how emotional people can get? And sometimes they say violence is the answer, but sometimes it's not the answer. Look, I want to explain to you, the metaphors of Supreme Kai, Supreme Kai, Supreme Kai. Um, Supreme Kai, or there's Supreme Kai, then there's Beerus. Beerus is the god of destruction. The other day I was working, and I had to write reports on this and that, and I got in a bad mood. I got in a bad mood, and as you know, people when they get in a bad mood, they talk about they use a stress ball. They use a stress ball. So they use a stress ball, and they just they squeeze it. They use a stress ball. Well, I wanted to explain to you that the other day I was such in a bad mood that I grabbed a stress ball and I started squishing it, and I started to just crush it. And before I realized it, I was crushing a stress ball that looked like the Earth. The Earth. So I have a stress ball that looks like the Earth, and then I have another stress ball that looks like a little rectangle. So now you see the importance of people that have tremendous power and what happens when they get upset. Things go out of proportion and things escalate. Now do you see why it's so important for people in power to stand down? When I write an Instagram post and I say, "Listen, goddamn it, stand down. You guys are gonna go tete a tete, and you're just gonna blow up everything." And that's why there's the Bulletin of Atomic Scientists, who have their report that they write all the time, and then say 60 seconds to midnight, and then a couple seconds to midnight. That's why it's important, because we have people in power that do not know how to calm down their cojones. America calmed down. Even Russia finally calmed down, and even Russia wants a two-state solution in Palestine. Even the Chinese are like, well, yeah, 74 years of atrocities, a genocide. Yeah, I really think Palestine has a valid point over here. Meanwhile, Netanyahu is trying to destroy 6 countries at the same time. Listen, goddammit, a lot of people in the military in America some of them are amazing, amazing people. But other people are more trigger happy. They're like, "Oh, we're going to war. Let's go, guys. Let's do this." Listen, goddamn, we just got out of the war in Afghanistan and Iraq, which took like 20 years. 20 years. A lot of them have a lot of. Look how much time was spent in Afghanistan. There are other ways to fix these issues. Do you really think it's fun to spend like $1 trillion, to $2 trillion, to $5 trillion, and nothing gets done? Do you know what that does to morale to these troops? The best people in the world. SEAL Team 6, U.S. Army, Marines, all this and that. Do you have any idea what it looks like? The look on those guys' faces when some of them are in charge of almost the entire Air Force, and say, you do realize these guys can just press a button and then there's no more country in just 3 seconds? And they're like, no, we have to think about the civilians and all this and that. They have to have some kind of demeanor. They have to calm down. They have to use their stress balls, but be careful what they're trying to crush over here. It takes tremendous calmness. And that's the reason why, you guys, there's all the religions like, Christianity, Islam, Judaism, and all the other ones are whether you're a believer or non-believer. But that's why I like Zen Buddhism. Zen Buddhism, you have to stay you see, I call him as a Buddhist monk. What do you think those Buddhist monks are so calm? Because when they get upset, they turn into a crazy ninja like a Bruce Lee and just start beating the shit out of everyone in 3 seconds. But that's why they stay calm. They just stay calm. And that's what happened throughout the world. Everyone is trying to, as we say in French, s'entretuer. And what does the Dalai Lama say? The Dalai Lama say, stay calm. Stay calm. There's a World Cup. 3 more years. You guys can't wait. 365 days in a year. 365 days in a year. Times 3. What, like almost 1,000 days or something? And there's a World Cup. You guys can't wait that long? Do you have any idea how many people have been waiting for events from time to time? There's people who've been waiting. Like, I waited 4 years to go to a techno concert again. And I got to see Charles DeWitt. And if I had the budget, I would go see Steve Angelo, and I couldn't because I didn't have the budget. because the hotel cost was too expensive. So please, guys, please chill the fuck down. Play some goddamn video games. I have some excellent news for you. I'm gonna make that announcement with my with another jersey. But look, there's some really cool games that are coming out for the month of May on the PlayStation. I'll give you a hint. One of the game is football, soccer. So every kid's gonna go crazy when they see what game is on the PlayStation for the month of PlayStation Plus for the month of May. May, my birthday. Enjoy your gift. All right, guys. Like I said, please pray for calm and I want to talk to many other video games, but right now I'm wearing Kojima Production, and I just want to say that as we get into character, let's make sure that we have seen what Earth can look like into the future if we're not too careful. We do not want America to be finished. Remember, that's the introduction of Death Stranding. We do not want that. So yeah, I can talk about writing reports, and we have to. Obviously, we need a peaceful solution in Ukraine. We can talk about what's going on in Israel, Palestine. We can talk about Afghanistan rising and hopefully for peace in Afghanistan. But let's be honest, I just in 2 sentences I can just say I can just bring you guys some attention, wake you guys the fuck up. Look, there's almost no more fresh water in 20 years. No more fresh water in almost 20 years. Do you have a PhD? Can you write us a term paper on how to fix that solution? Do you have a machine that can turn salt water into water, fresh water? Can you do it on a Earth scale to use the water from the oceans? Can you do that? That's what we need right now. Yes, we do all these technologies, and we do, all this. We get an Intel chip even faster, even smaller. Look, no more fresh water in 20 years. People dying from cancer. The power of nanomachines into the future, we will be able to eradicate cancer. Those are the technologies we got to talk about. Listen, guys, there's many topics to talk about, but when everyone gets upset over the little things, there's bigger problems at play here. You need to start realizing it is those little problems that you have. How many times have I told you? Look at a picture of Earth from Jupiter or from Neptune. The Earth is like this. It's minuscule. It's nothing. You could just burp, and it could just disappear. Do you see how easily, without even thinking about it, we think we're so tough. We're the best. We're humans. The sun's over here. The sun starts farting, a solar flare. All of a sudden, all of our electronic equipment just start messing up. Just like that. So, in the mighty words of Kendrick Lamar, sit down, bitch. Be humble. Be humble, goddammit. God this, God that. Okay, there's just the universe. The universe is a little stronger than planet Earth. So please remain calm a little bit. Enjoy the nicer things in lives. Enjoy music. I love music. You love music. You have all kinds of genres of music. I like techno. I like dance music. Some people like rock and roll. There's rock and roll music, alternative. Some people like rap music. I have rap music. I have made a system with all these different music systems. And you can listen to all of them and enjoy. So next time you go in, you say, I've been listening to this guy. He's got some amazing music. Have you heard of this guy? He's got some amazing music. I am that guy. I created July Radio. I created all those other podcasts. That's me. So if you like the work, please donate. Venmo, PayPal, GoFundMe. Buy me coffee. I'm trying to buy a car. I need a car to work on all the work that I do. I make these videos. Please show me something that I'm not just making videos into, broadcasting into nothingness in the space like an interstellar over here. 25 years of work, unable to buy a new car. There's something wrong with that picture. So I put out this signal. It's on YouTube. You can watch this from anywhere on planet Earth. I am a guy trying to buy my first new car. I've wrote 2 million words on Zack.coffee. I've made millions of hours of podcasts. And not a single person has donated $1 single. Why is that? Is someone hacking in and making sure to keep me poor? We're going to find out who it is. And that's why with Zack Technology LLC, we will create a sequel to the Deus Ex trilogy. And Adam Jensen will stop the Illuminati, whoever they are. Netanyahu. All right, guys, thank you for watching this video. And until next time, please like and subscribe to this YouTube channel and keep on keeping.